In the vibrant and historically rich city of Cyprus around 300 BC, there lived a trader named Zeno, who was renowned for his vast wealth, astute business acumen, and impressive success in commerce. His life, however, took a dramatic and unexpected turn during a routine voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus. As fate would have it, a violent storm ravaged his ship, claiming not only his vessel, but also all his precious cargo. In a mere moment, everything Zeno had painstakingly built over years was swallowed by the unforgiving sea, leaving him in utter financial ruin. Imagine the sheer devastation of watching your life's work and legacy sink beneath the waves, knowing that you were powerless to prevent it. The loss was not just financial. It was a profound personal tragedy. Zeno's identity was intertwined with his success as a trader, and the sudden destruction of his material wealth forced him to confront the fragility and impermanence of human achievements. Such a calamity would elicit a wide range of emotions in most people: anger at the forces of nature, sadness over the loss, and perhaps a deep sense of injustice at the seemingly random cruelty of fate. However, Zeno's reaction was anything but typical. Instead of succumbing to despair, he embarked on a journey of introspection and philosophical inquiry that would eventually lead him to establish Stoicism, a philosophical tradition that continues to influence and guide people to this day. Zeno's approach to his misfortune was revolutionary. Rather than allowing the loss to define him, he sought to understand the true nature of control and acceptance. He pondered over the writings and teachings of Socrates and other great philosophers of his time, who emphasized the importance of self-mastery and inner peace. This reflection led Zeno to a profound realization. While external events are beyond our control, our response to these events lies firmly within our grasp. This insight formed the cornerstone of Stoicism, a philosophy that advocates for resilience, composure, and the cultivation of inner virtue as the path to a fulfilling life. The story of Zeno's transformation from a wealthy trader to a philosopher serves as a powerful testament to the enduring relevance of Stoicism. It challenges us to consider how we might respond to our adversities, and invites us to explore the possibility of finding strength and meaning in the face of life's inevitable challenges. The birth of Stoicism. The development of Stoicism as a philosophical system began with Zeno's quest for understanding and meaning after his life-altering misfortune. Inspired by the teachings of earlier philosophers, Zeno sought to create a framework that would help individuals navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. He believed that true happiness and tranquility could only be achieved by aligning oneself with the natural order of the world and by cultivating a mindset of acceptance and detachment from external outcomes. Zeno began teaching his ideas in Athens, a city that was the epicenter of philosophical thought during the Hellenistic period. He attracted a diverse group of followers, drawn by his emphasis on practical ethics and the pursuit of a virtuous life. Zeno's teachings were characterized by a strong emphasis on logic, ethics, and physics, forming a comprehensive system that addressed both the theoretical and practical aspects of human existence. At the heart of Stoicism lies the concept of the logos, a universal reason or order that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the world operates according to a rational and coherent plan, and that human beings, as rational creatures, have the capacity to understand and align themselves with this cosmic order. This alignment is achieved through the cultivation of virtue, which the Stoics defined as living in accordance with nature. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom involves the ability to discern what is truly valuable and to make sound judgments. Courage is the capacity to face adversity with strength and determination. Temperance refers to the practice of self-control and moderation in all aspects of life. Justice is the commitment to treat others fairly and to act with integrity. Zeno's teachings on the dichotomy of control, the distinction between what is within our control and what is not, are central to Stoic philosophy. According to this principle, we should focus our efforts on developing our character and responding virtuously to the situations we encounter, rather than attempting to manipulate external circumstances. By doing so, we can attain a state of inner peace and resilience, regardless of the challenges we face. Stoicism in everyday life. Stoicism is not merely an abstract philosophical system. It is a practical guide to living a meaningful and fulfilling life. By integrating Stoic principles into our daily routines, we can cultivate a mindset of calm and equanimity, even in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the present moment, to accept the inevitability of change, and to maintain a balanced perspective on life's ups and downs. One of the key practices in Stoicism is the art of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum. This involves contemplating potential hardships and setbacks before they occur, in order to mentally prepare for them. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we can reduce our fear of the unknown and develop a greater appreciation for what we have. This exercise helps us to build resilience and to approach life's challenges with a sense of calm and acceptance. Another important aspect of Stoic practice is the cultivation of gratitude. Stoics recognize that life is a gift and that we should be thankful for every experience, whether positive or negative. By focusing on the things we have, rather than lamenting what we lack, we can foster a sense of contentment and joy. Gratitude also encourages us to act with kindness and compassion towards others, as we recognize the interconnectedness of all human beings. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and self-improvement. Stoics believe that personal growth is a lifelong journey, and that we should constantly strive to develop our character and our understanding of the world. This involves setting goals, reflecting on our actions, and seeking feedback from others. By committing to a path of continuous learning and development, we can become better versions of ourselves and contribute positively to the world around us. Public philosophy. From its inception, Stoicism was a philosophy intended for the public sphere, accessible to people from all walks of life. Unlike some philosophical schools that were confined to the halls of academia or the courts of the elite, Stoicism was taught in public spaces, where anyone could listen, learn, and engage in philosophical discourse. This openness and inclusivity were hallmarks of the Stoic tradition, reflecting its founders' belief that wisdom and virtue are universal values that can benefit everyone. The Stoics held that philosophy should be a practical tool for living a good life, rather than an esoteric pursuit reserved for the intellectual elite. They believed that the principles of Stoicism could be applied to everyday situations, helping individuals to navigate the challenges of life with integrity and purpose. This pragmatic approach made Stoicism appealing to a wide audience, from slaves and soldiers to politicians and emperors. Prominent Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius embodied the inclusive spirit of Stoicism in their teachings and writings. Epictetus, who was born into slavery, taught that true freedom comes from within, and that anyone, regardless of their social status, can achieve a state of inner peace and contentment. Seneca, a wealthy statesman and advisor to Emperor Nero, used his position to advocate for Stoic principles of justice and compassion. Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's most powerful emperors, practiced Stoicism as a way to maintain his moral compass and to govern with wisdom and humility. The Stoics also believed in the concept of cosmopolitanism, or the idea that all human beings are citizens of the world and that we have a moral duty to care for one another. This belief in universal brotherhood led the Stoics to oppose all forms of discrimination and to promote social equality. They argued that virtue is the only true measure of a person's worth, and that all individuals, regardless of their background, have the potential to live virtuous lives. Stoicism and women. In an era when women were often excluded from philosophical and intellectual pursuits, the Stoics stood out for their progressive views on gender equality. They argued that women possess the same capacity for reason and virtue as men, and that they should be encouraged to pursue philosophical education and self-improvement. This belief was a radical departure from the prevailing attitudes of the time, which relegated women to the domestic sphere and denied them access to formal education. Musonius Rufus, a prominent Stoic philosopher and teacher of Epictetus, was a vocal advocate for the education of women. He argued that virtue is not a matter of gender but of character, and that women, like men, have a natural inclination towards goodness and justice. Musonius believed that women should be trained in philosophy, not only for their own benefit but also for the betterment of society as a whole. The Stoics' commitment to gender equality was not merely theoretical, it was reflected in their actions and teachings. They encouraged women to participate in philosophical discussions, to read and study the works of great thinkers, and to cultivate their intellectual and moral capacities. This inclusive approach empowered women to develop their own voices and to contribute to the philosophical and cultural life of their communities. The Stoics' advocacy for women's education and equality had a lasting impact on the development of Western philosophy and ethics. It challenged the traditional gender roles and opened up new possibilities for women to engage in public life and to pursue their aspirations. By recognizing the inherent worth and potential of all individuals, the Stoics laid the groundwork for a more just and equitable society. Facing life's challenges. Life is full of uncertainties and challenges, and the way we respond to them can make a significant difference in our overall well-being. Stoicism provides a framework for managing our emotions and reactions in the face of adversity. By cultivating a Stoic mindset, we can learn to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is the acceptance of what we cannot control. The Stoics teach that it is futile to resist or resent the inevitable changes and hardships that life brings. Instead, we should focus on developing our inner resources and strengthening our character so that we can meet life's challenges with courage and resilience. Stoicism also encourages us to reframe our negative emotions and to view our difficulties from a broader perspective. By stepping back and considering the bigger picture, we can gain a sense of detachment and objectivity. This allows us to respond to our challenges with a clear mind and a balanced heart, rather than being overwhelmed by our immediate emotions. In addition to cultivating acceptance and detachment, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of practical wisdom and problem solving. The Stoics believe that reason is our greatest tool for navigating life's complexities, and that by applying logic and critical thinking, we can find solutions to our problems. This rational approach helps us to make sound decisions and to act in accordance with our values, even in the most difficult situations. By adopting a Stoic attitude towards life's challenges, we can transform our perspective and find meaning and purpose in the face of adversity. Instead of viewing our difficulties as obstacles to be overcome, we can see them as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in mindset enables us to approach life with a sense of gratitude and optimism, knowing that every experience, no matter how challenging, contributes to our personal and spiritual development.